Hello everyone, in today's video, let's learn about the law of prosperity with Florence Scovel Shinn's book, and with no farther ado, let's dive right in. Chapter 2, one of the greatest messages given to the race through the scriptures is that God is man's supply, and that man can release through his spoken word all that belongs to him by divine right. He must, however, have perfect faith in his spoken word. Isaiah said, "My word shall not return unto me void, but shall accomplish that where it is sent." We know now that words and thoughts are a tremendous vibratory force, ever molding man's body and affairs. A woman came to me in great distress and said she was to be sued on 15th of the month for $3,000. She knew no way of getting the money and she was in despair. I told her God was her supply and that there is a supply for every demand. So I spoke the word. I gave thanks that the woman would receive $3,000 at the right time in the right way. I told her she must have perfect faith and act her perfect faith. The 15th came but no money had materialized. She called me on the phone and asked what she was to do. I replied to her, "It is Saturday, so they won't sue you today. Your part is to act rich, whereby showing perfect faith that you will receive it by Monday." She asked me to lunch with her to keep up her courage. When I joined her at a restaurant, I said, "This is no time to economize. Order an expensive luncheon. Act you have already received the $3,000. All things whatsoever ye ask in prayer, believing, ye shall receive." You must act as if you had already received. The next morning she called me on the phone and asked me to stay with her during the day. I said no, and told her, "You are divinely protected and God is never too late." In the evening she phoned again, greatly excited, and said, "My dear, a miracle has happened. I was sitting in my room this morning. When the doorbell rang, I said to the house manager, 'Don't let anyone in.' The house manager, however, looked out the window and said, 'It's your cousin with long white beard.' So I said, 'Call him back. I would like to see him.' He was turning the corner when he heard the voice calling him, and came back. We talked for about an hour, and just as he was leaving he asked, 'Oh, by the way, how are your finances?' I told him I needed the money, and he said, 'Why, my dear, I will give you $3,000 the first of the month.' I didn't like to tell him I was going to be sued. What should I do? I won't receive it till the first of the month, and I must have it tomorrow. I said, I'll keep on treating. I said, Spirit is never too late. I give thanks I have received the money on the invisible plane, and that it will manifest on time. The next morning her cousin called her up and said, "Come to my office this morning, and I will give you the money." That afternoon she had $3,000 to her credit in the bank, and she wrote checks as rapidly as her excitement would permit. If one asks for success and prepares for failure, he will get the situation he has prepared for. Getting into spiritual swing of things is no easy matter for the average person. The adverse thoughts of doubt and fear surge from the subconscious. They are the army of the aliens, darkness before the dawn. A big demonstration is usually preceded by tormenting thoughts. Having made a statement of high spiritual truth, one challenges the old beliefs in the subconscious, and error is exposed to be put out. This is the time when one must make affirmations of truth repeatedly, and rejoice and give thanks that he has already received. Before ye call I shall answer. This means that every good and perfect gift is already man's, awaiting his recognition. Man can only receive what he sees himself receiving. The children of Israel were told that they could have all the land they could see. This is true of every man. He has only the land within his own mental vision. Every great work, every big accomplishment, has been brought into manifestation through holding to the vision, and often just before the big achievement comes apparent failure and discouragement. However, the one who knows spiritual law is undisturbed by appearance and rejoices while he is yet in captivity. This is, he holds to his vision and gives thanks that the end is accomplished. He has received it. Jesus Christ gave a wonderful example of this. He said to his disciples, "Say not ye, here are yet 4 months, and then comes the harvest. Behold, I say unto you, lift up your eyes, and look on the fields, for they are ripe already to harvest." His clear vision pierced the world of matter, and he saw clearly the fourth-dimensional world, things as they really are, perfect and complete in divine mind. So man must ever hold the vision of his journey's end and demand the manifestation of that which he has already received. It may be his perfect health, love, supply, self-expression, home, or friends. They are all finished and perfect ideas registered in divine mind and must come through him, not to him. Jesus Christ knew the truth of this when he said, "If 2 of you shall agree on earth touching anything, whatever they shall ask, it shall be done for them by my Father which is in heaven." One gets too close to his own affairs and become doubtful and fearful. The friend or healer sees clearly the success, health, or prosperity, and never wavers because he is not close to the situation. It is much easier to demonstrate for someone else than for oneself, so a person should not hesitate to ask for help if he feels himself wavering. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this. Goodbye.